Hello viewers, today we're going to be changing out the ceiling fan in the bedroom. This one here is the Hunter Passport that's been here for a while. This was a good fan, I like it, as is usually the case with the fans I have in here. I'll miss having them, but I got another fan I want to put up. It's a very important fan in my collection. It's one of, if not, it may be the only instance, I think. In fact, it's a daggone, it's the wrong bit. It's the Hampton Bay Genoa. I gotta go get another bit and then I'll finish the story. Okay, I got the correct bit. So what I was saying about the Genoa is that this came from my uncle's house, and it's very unusual because it's I think it's the only instance of a ceiling fan that I have that's the original one, you know, from back in the day, because I got none of the fans from the first house, none of the fans from the second house, none of the fans from my other uncle's two houses, and that's really a shame because he had some pretty cool fans. And so, of course, I have none of the ones that I saw in public. So, I'm pretty sure this is the only fan. This Genoa is the only fan that was the actual instance from back in the day. I remember it pretty well too. I had showed a video within the last couple months, maybe late winter perhaps, of a couple items from my aunt and uncle's house. I showed the room where this Genoa was, and it was already removed at the time. There was another fan in their house which I wasn't able to get. It was a GE vent of some kind, and pretzel irons and the spotlight kit. It's all white. I don't remember that one too much. And so when they came up that they was leaving and moving, you know, out of that house, the only one I had asked about originally was the Genoa, because that was the one that I distinctly remembered. And then when I was over, I said, geez, I should have got the other one too, but, you know, oh well. I'm glad I have the Genoa because that was the one that I really remember, and of course that was the one I really liked as well. So, anyways, I'm going to put that one up in here in the bedroom for a while. Finish out the summer with that. Hopefully it'll be the last summer I'm in this bedroom, and then consequently it'll be the last fan that gets used in here. Obviously it will be taken down when I leave. It will come with me, of course. Anyways, so got to get this one out of here. Take these, back to the wrong bit. Take this one out. The reason why I put these passports in, I put two of these in. I put this one in here, and I put one in the computer room. And the reason for that was going to a vacation earlier this year that had what I thought was a passport, but I guess was maybe it was a Mayfair? I don't know, I'm not good with all these names and models and whatever, but I kind of like that fan, so I put these passports up because it looks similar. But I want to put something with cane blades up, because I happen to really like fans with cane blades. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay, so we're just going to undo the wiring here. And it's hot today. I think it's almost 100 degrees. Down to 82, and it's already 6:30. The sun's about to go down, and it's still hot. I mean, I like the heat, but you know, it should cool off a little bit at night. This is kind of unusual. I don't remember it being this hot at night. You know, years ago, it seemed like it would always get cool at night. Now it doesn't do that anymore. Okay, And we gotta get the bracket off of the ceiling. I think none of the parts should be missing here. I had another uncle take this down for me because this was back, well, I guess it's still going. You know, it's the triangle vid going around, good grief. But this was back when the vid was still going on pretty strong. And the aunt and uncle that lived there were older, so nobody really wanted me going in their house. You know, because I was still going to work, and I still am. But, so I had somebody else go there and take this down to me. And they certainly know how to hang a ceiling fan, so I'm pretty sure they grabbed all the parts. Okay, that's that. Seems fine and dandy there. The fan is very dusty. Everything in that house was very dusty. I didn't really clean the fan that much. I just kind of did a dry wipe down. There's these things in the canopy that were supposed to go up over there. Don't worry about that. I'll just stick them in the canopy and they can be there for now. It's not a problem. You know, another unusual occurrence about this fan is I don't think the bearings are spoiled. You know, it always ran on low. My uncle liked to run it on low. So maybe that's why the bearings isn't spoiled yet, because it was always going on low. But I mean, it has a lot of hours on it. He used it all the time. But, you know, it's still going just fine. This is, I forget what year it said it was on here. Better check before I put it up. This is a 1991 model from January 1991. The model number is AC-852. 75 watt, 73 watt motor. I think, I'm not completely certain, but I think these were made by Air Cool, which, from my experience, made pretty good fans. Especially this being an economy model, it really was pretty solid. And I'm sure we'll get those people in the comment box, it's a Hampton Bay, it's a piece of junk, it's got a spinner motor, oh no, whatever. It moves the air, and it does so without making a lot of noise or whatever, it's fine. Everything's got to cost a fortune and have fancy components. If it works, it works. I don't know what people's problem is with these fans. Ain't nothing wrong with them. I mean, here we are, 3 decades later, it's still going. This stuff today can be going in 3 decades from now. You're lucky if the stuff today lasts 3 years. Half it doesn't even last 3 years. Okay, all the connections are made. So the canopy, it screws in with these two screws. They're here and accounted for. But it's kind of a weird design because it don't have a little thing that you can push it up and turn it. It's just a solid hole. I have to undo these screws in order to get the canopy in. Goof. I'm pretty sure it worked, but I better check it and make sure it worked before I put the canopy in because that'll be agitating if I find out it don't work. Worked when it was taken down, so I would expect it to work now, but who knows. Okay, that's working. I guess there's no bulb in it. Yeah, I think there is no bulb. I kind of remember, and I gave my uncle a light fixture to put up in place this. I think I remember him saying he took the bulb out and put in a light, which is fine, that's reasonable. So I'll just get a new bulb for it. An incandescent bulb. Incandescent. Okay, this just came flying down out of here. Where's the other one? Where did that other thing go? Yeah, I'm just going to slip these up in the top there. If I put them anywhere else, I'm going to lose them. I don't want to do that. Okay, and speaking of losing things, alright, let's get this canopy up there. It's got some paint on it. I don't know when they painted the ceiling. It's got a third hole. I'm not sure what that is for. The only thing I can think of is maybe it was for one of them remote controls. You know, it's got the antenna that sticks out. Maybe that's what it was for. I don't know. I mean, 1991 is kind of early for that stuff. Okay, canopy's up. Should have turned it around so that the paint side wasn't facing the entry of the room. Oh well, some of the irons is loose, so we gotta tighten that up a bit. I guess I'll take the light off because I gotta take it off anyways to change out the bulb, or rather just put in the bulb. Yeah, there ain't no bulb in there. Just for the sake of ease, I'll grab one from this lamp. This is a Philips Storamax bulb from Poland. Okay, the light's already on, so that's working. Put it into forwards. I don't know why it was in reverse. You never used it in reverse. It was always in forwards when I was over there. Okay, so let's get the blades on now. Something weird here. I don't know why you took the blades off like that. I prefer to take them off, you know, from the motor. It's just easier. At least I think it's easier, but whatever. The reality is there's more than one way to do things. And there seems to be a lack of understanding of this recently, but a lot of ways you can do something and arrive at the same conclusion, and that's perfectly fine. And this is the same situation here. You can detach it from the blades if that's what you want to do. It still takes the fan apart. Just because I do it from the motor, that don't make this way wrong. It's just not the way that I do it. Okay, I'm going to attach this one off of the video here just because I haven't seen this before. It's not that interesting. Okay, so this blade is connected to the iron now, and we have the screws in the fan. I think I'm probably going to put a dimmer bulb here, maybe like a 25 watts, because a lot of times I use this in the evening and I don't need it very bright at all. Oh, it just occurred to me that this light is probably damaging the video, because as we all know, ceiling fan videos are best recorded with the light off. And we're just going to go hand tight on those. Ain't no reason to put them any tighter. This is a little bit tricky to do with the blades already on, but it can be done, and I guess we'll do it. Yeah, this thing's pretty dusty. I should have cleaned it off a little better. Oh well. I'm not too worried about it because I know where this thing came from. You know, my uncle wasn't a slob. I'm not worried about the dust that's on here. You know, sometimes you get these things from the Habitat or whatever, you have no idea where they came from. And I don't like to have any dust floating on there because it could be gross dust, who knows. Actually, this isn't that bad. Ouch. That was bad. This is pretty nice. The washers, there's two of them. You have the, there's like a fiber washer that goes against the blade, and then a metal washer that goes up against the top of the screw. I just remember the last time I had the Emperor in here, the other one, the Marco Polo, I had that remote control thing, and that had a dimer on the light, and so that's why I was able to use a 60 watts bulb, because I don't think I have any 25 watts bulbs on hand. Hopefully I can still get them. Let's see. The blades are definitely a little bit off kilter, so we have to go through that real quick and get them back into generally decent alignment. This is not as scientific as would be ideal, but I'm just going to do this. I think this one's bent down a hair. That one's about there. That one's about there. That one's there. Actually, they're not out of alignment at all. I don't know why it looked like it was. Alright, now let's put the light back on. It's got a couple of bugs or something in there. Ugh, I hate bugs so much. Okay. I always get so nervous about these things falling. Not the fan, the light, the shade coming off of here. Alright, that looks good. This is the same chain set that my uncle had on it. We want this thing and then this. I think I'm going to swap it because I turn the light on and off a lot more often than I do the fan. So I'm going to put the fan to be the shorter one and the light to be the one that's longer. You know what, maybe for the sake of nostalgia, I'll just leave it the way it was. I remember not being able to reach for a while I couldn't reach the light thing, but I could reach the one for the fan. Okay, so it's up. Let's turn it on. Yeah, the blades are in almost perfect alignment. Huh. Well, that was kind of weird. Seemed to like stop. That was really strange. I'm glad that got captured on video. It almost seemed like it started up and then it like stopped and then it kept going again. Weird. Very, very weird. Well, anyways, it's working now. And yeah, it's moving pretty good air. I would say it moves as much air as the Hunter one did. I don't think it's any less powerful. How came with that light? I forgot that was. It moves pretty good. You can see the plants are moving everywhere in here. This one's going. This is a heavy plant. You know, this if it can move that, that's no joke. The medium. It's very quiet too. I can't even hear it anymore. Still moving good air. And the low. You're almost full of tripod. how it always ran on this speed. All the time. Nice slow low. I've never seen it going like this all the time. This seems a little bit slower than it should be. I wonder if the cap is on its way out. I mean, I kind of like it that way anyways, so probably just leave it alone. Okay, that concludes the bedroom ceiling fan replacement. I'll do another video, a separate video just on this fan eventually.